this session, we are going to talk about the f string in Python. What is f string? First of all, we will understand and we'll see the overview about the f string. So f string is also known as the formatted string literal, and it is a concept that is introduced in Python 3.6, and it is used to create, we can say, the user-friendly string. Earlier, we were using the string.format or %sign to format the string, but from 3.6, since this f string is available, so Python says that we should go for the f string. It is also known as the literal string interpolation. To create the f string, we use capital or a small f as a prefix to the string literal, and this f string is used for the variety of purposes like alignment of a string, evaluation of expressions, or runtime calling of the method. So this makes this f string is very powerful, and it is very elegant way to use and call the methods and you execute the expressions. So let's see with the example that how to use f string into the Python. So first of all, we will see the expression of f string, that how will you use this and how are you going to write the f string into the Python. So it is very simple. You will create one string, and inside the string you will make a placeholder by using curly brackets, and inside the curly bracket, whatever the expression or function or the value you want to replace, you will put there. So here is the very basic example of this f string. So as you can see here, the name variable is available and age is here that has some values. So if you want to print like your name is and the value of the name, and then you want to print the value of age as the formatted string. So what will you write here? You will write something like your name and the placeholder. As I said, the placeholder will be the holder for your expression. So whatever you want to replace, you will put here. So I want to replace the name value here, so I will write the name variable, then age and age value. Okay, so look at the output. As you can see, it is showing your name is Daneyal and age is 34. So this is the syntax of using the f string into the Python. I hope that this is now clear and it is very easy to use, right? And now you can see, as I said, that f is prefix. So f can be your capital or small, it doesn't matter. So you can use the capital F as well to make your string formatting. So here you can see the name is Daniel and age is 34. So there is no difference. So as I said, that F string can also be used for expression evaluation. So suppose if you want to evaluate something, you are going to write some expression. So that is also possible. Like if you're writing F and then you want to print the value like 10 plus 20. So you can write like this and then it will be evaluated. Okay. So you can write the expressions as well. And even you can call the functions into the formatted string. Okay, so this function will be executed at runtime. So you can call a function like suppose there is a string that name is there and you want to change the name into the lowercase. So you can write name.lower is equal to this and is a trainer. So now you can see it is showing the name is into the lowercase. So here you can see inside this formatted string, I'm calling the function. So you can also call the functions here. Okay, so this is for the expression evaluation. Okay, so we can do a number of things by using this f string, formatted string, or sometimes we call it as the literal string interpolation. So we can do a lot of things. So let's see what are the other things we can do with this formatted string. For example, if you want to print multi-line string, okay, you have number of variables and you want to print and you want to create a multi-line string by using those variables. So you can also do that. For example, if we have the name, profession, and the language, these are the variables, and I want to create multi-line string. So I will write like this: F, then hi, I am, and then placeholder. Okay, then I am going to change the line here. So again, I will put F here. Make sure that whenever you are changing the line, you are putting F just prefix as the string. Okay, otherwise it will not work because we are going to replace the expression here. Okay, so this will work if we are using the F as the prefix. So now you can see if I execute this, this is showing the output as, hi, I am Daneyal, I am a Python developer. Okay. Um, you can also use, and be careful when you are using the multi-line string. Suppose if you are not using this bracket. Okay. So in that case, what will happen? It will show you the error. Okay. Unexpected indentation. So in that case, you have to use this multi-line breaker. Okay. So we have already discussed this into the multi-line statement. If you don't know that, just go and watch my previous video. It is all already discussed that how to use multi-line expressions into the Python. So now you can see that I am a Daniel and then I am a Python developer. Even you can also use triple quotes to make the formatted string. But in that case, you are not required to use again and again this F prefix, okay? Because a multi-line string is automatically multi-line by using triple quotes. And if we are starting with the triple quotes, then we will end with the triple quotes. And this is also not required. So just write like this. Okay. So if you want to show the result into multi-line, you can also use in this way. Okay. So this is the way that you can design and you can express your string into the multi-line string. Now, sometime what happened that we want to print the brackets into the output. So in order to use and to show the brackets into the output, we use double braces. Okay. For example, if I want to print the whole expression, I don't want to execute, evaluate that. I want to just print into the into the brackets. So what will I do? I will write like this. So I will use multiple braces. So in that case, this expression is not going to evaluate. It will print as it is, okay? And now it will show you the output like this. So whatever you will write inside this, it will not be evaluated here, and it is showing as output. But be careful when you are using multiple braces, okay? So if you're using triple braces, in that case, result in there being only single braces in your string. So what will happen in that case if I'll use the triple brackets here? So it will be considered as a single bracket, and in that case, it is going to evaluate and it will show you the result and it will show you the output into the bracket. Okay, so since this could be asked into the interview or some online examination and quiz, so that's why it is important to remember. And suppose if you want to show the multiple brackets, so you can increase the brackets here. Suppose if you want to print double brackets, so you can increase the brackets and this will show you the result like this. Okay, so this is how you can use the multiple brackets and braces to show into the outputs. Similarly, we can use the dictionaries to show the outputs of the key value pair data. Okay, so this is important to discuss into this FS string because suppose if we have a data like this, we have the data like the developer and the name is equal something and experience is equal to here. Okay, and I want to print the data by using a string formatter. So here you can see the key is the string. Okay, so be careful when you are using this into your string formatter. So how to use with the dictionary? So it is very simple. When you are using this, okay, so make sure that you are starting your f string with the double quotes. Okay, because if we will start with a single quotes, in that case, this is not going to access the key of your dictionary. Okay, so when you are using this, make sure that you are using in this way. So I want to print like the developer name is the developer with the experience of years. So I can format like this, the dictionary and the key. So this will access the name and is a developer with and the year of experience. So I can write into the curly bracket developer and then experience. Okay, years of experience. So it will show you the output like this. Daniel is the developer with 8 years of experience. But what if I will write like this? Okay, so this is I guess that we have already discussed that if we are starting with any quotation, so in between we cannot use the same quotation because it will understand that this string is going to terminate over here. Okay, so be careful when you are using f string with the dictionary. Also, this F string can be used to format the date time. So let's see that how to use with the date time F string. So datetime can be formatted in various ways. If a string helps us to achieve this very seamlessly. So how will you use it? First of all, you need to import the datetime, and after that, let's import first of all. Let's delete that. Okay, and then get the current date and time. I have just all the things written into the notebook. This is saving our time. Okay, and we'll see only outputs. Okay, I'll copy and paste. Here you can see. So now you can see that formatted string, and now is the variable, and these are your placeholders. Okay, so %y and m and d. This will print the year, month, and date. This will print the time, and this will print the minutes. So similarly, we can print the minute and second. And here is the separator. Okay, so here you can see that we are getting the output as 2023 330, and this is 13 Jan 23, and this is 33054. So now you can see that this is something we can use to format the date into this formatted string f string. So make sure when you are using the date, current date, you are using the colon. Okay, this is called the separator. Okay, for accessing the values uh, from your object. So we are accessing y, year, month, date, hour, and minute. So this is how you can format your date. Okay, so we can also work with the numbers into the string formatter. Suppose if you have a float number and if you want to create a certain number of values from that float, so you can also use that. Okay, so let's see. Suppose this is the pi value, and I want to access only uh, 2 points after this decimal number. So as I said, that this is called extraction. So this will extract only 2 point after this format, after this float value. Look at this. First one will access only 2, and the second one will access the fifth position after the decimal. Now you can see that we are accessing till the fifth position. So this is how you can format your float values into the string formatter. Similarly, if you want to format with the width, that I want to put some values into the specified width. Suppose you want to align the numbers and the values, so you can also use the width over here. So for that, the syntax is also very easy. I'll use for loop to print something and to show you the output. Look at this. So here 1 to 11, and this here is the extraction. This is showing that this x value will take 2 spaces, okay, width, and this will take 3 width, and this will take 4th width. So it will occupy the 4 spaces for this value. It will occupy 3 spaces for this value, and this will occupy 2 spaces for this value. And now you can see the output, and you can analyze the use here. Okay, but here you can see that this is using 3 spaces. Okay, but it has the 4 spaces occupied. Okay, so this is how you can also specify the width when you are using your string formatter. Similarly, suppose you want to justify your string. We know that if we print any string, so that is by default justified to the left side. If you want to justify to the right side, you can use the greater than sign. Suppose if we have these three string, S1 is equal to Daneyal, then S2 is also Daneyal, and then S3 is also Daneyal. So I want to justify right side to the fifth position, right side to the 10th, and right side to the 15th. So this greater sign denotes that where you want to justify. So this tells that right side. Okay. So here you can see that we are getting the output like this. Okay. Daniel, this is 5, and this is the 10. So this will occupy the 10 spaces. In that, it will start writing from the left side. Now you can see it is taking 10 spaces, and now it is taking 15 spaces to print the value. Okay, so this justify to the right side. Similarly, if we have some numbers, or you want to print that number into different format, So let's see that numeric notation into the different number system, like hexadecimal, octal, binary, or scientific representation of those values. So you can also do that. For that, it gives you very flexible way to print the values like this. Now you can see the A value is 123. I want to print into the hexadecimal. So I can write A and then colon and write X. X represents hexadecimal. So this will print A into the hexadecimal. It will automatically convert. Okay. You are not required to call any function or something. And now it will print into the octal. We are writing O here. And B is stands for the binary and E stands for the scientific representation of a numeric value. So now you can see we are getting the output like this, 7B. If you want to print B into the capital, you just make this X as the capital. It will print B into the capital later. And now octal 173. This is the binary representation and this is your scientific representation. Okay. So we can do a number of things by using a string formatter. I hope this makes sense and this is now clear. Still, if you have doubt, then you can put and you can write into the comment. Okay. Last but not the least, this is very important to understand that why are we going to use this one and why the Python developer developed this fstring. Actually, the fstring is very powerful and very fast. Okay, so let's see that if we are printing some and if we are going to format some string by using the older way and we are going to format the string by using a string formatter. So what is the execution time it is going to take? So for that, I will take the help of time it function from the time it module. So here is the example. So I'm importing the time it, okay, and now creating a format of a string by using the traditional way, the older school way. Like I'm using the percent sign, percent symbol, and then formatting the string. So I'm going to print the name and age of the value, and I want to execute this code for 10,000 times. So it will call this one and it will tell that how much time it is going to take. It will print the time taken to execute this code. And similarly, I'm going to format this string by using a string formatter, the same value and the number of time. Let's see that what is the difference if we call this and execute this. Now you can see that we are getting less time for the execution of this second way, okay, that it is taking 0.0032. And if I execute again this, then you can see the difference. So it takes less time for the execution. So if we talk about the speed, so a string formatter is um, is far better than the traditional way that we use to format the string. So I hope this string formatter is now is clear. So what is the conclusion here? So a string can be formatted using format method or by using the percent operator or by using the f string into the Python. We may use any one of them, okay, like format or percent sign or f string. But my recommendation is we should go for the f string because it is more readable, it is more powerful, it gives you a number of flexibility that you can use because it gives you the flexibility to format the string, to call a function, to evaluate the expression at runtime. So this helps you to do a lot of things at runtime. So that's all for this tutorial. Please subscribe the channel and share the videos. And please press the bell icon to get the notification of the latest videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.